Have you ever wondered about the most unusual science experiments that have taken place in the world? Well, science is a realm filled with oddities and curiosities where boundaries are tested and the impossible is made possible. Today, we'll delve into this fascinating universe, counting down from 10 to 1, each number revealing a different bizarre science experiment. From the quirky to the downright strange, these experiments are a testament to human ingenuity and the quest for knowledge. So buckle up as we dive into the world of the weird and wonderful. Starting our countdown at number 10, we have the pitch drop experiment. This experiment is an intriguing display of the fluidity and high viscosity of pitch, a derivative of tar. Though it appears solid at room temperature, pitch is actually a viscous liquid. This experiment, set up in the year 1927 by Professor Thomas Parnell of the University of Queensland, was designed to demonstrate this very fact. A heated sample of pitch was placed in a sealed funnel and allowed to cool for 3 years. Then, the seal at the neck of the funnel was cut, allowing the pitch to start flowing, or rather, dropping. The catch? It takes about a decade for a single drop to fall. That's right, this experiment has been ongoing for nearly a century, making it the longest-running laboratory experiment. Isn't it fascinating how something so simple can keep scientists on their toes for decades? Moving on to number 9. Let's talk about the homing pigeon experiment. This experiment was all about exploring the uncanny ability of pigeons to find their way home, even from hundreds of miles away. Scientists conducted this experiment by displacing these birds to unfamiliar territories, and yet they managed to navigate back home with surprising precision. The results were astonishing. Despite numerous theories from magnetic fields to olfactory cues, the exact mechanism of this exceptional navigational ability remains a mystery. Some proposed that the birds rely on the Earth's magnetic field, while others suggested they use landmarks or follow the sun. What's more intriguing is that these theories may all be correct to some extent, but none fully explain the homing ability. This experiment highlighted the complexity of animal navigation and opened up a whole new realm of studies in avian biology. Nature indeed holds some of the most intriguing secrets, doesn't it? At number 8, we have not one, but a series of experiments that won the IG Nobel Prize. Now, the IG Nobel Prizes are a delightful mix of the peculiar, the bizarre, and the downright hilarious in the world of science. They're awarded for experiments that first make people laugh, then make them think. Take, for instance, the research that discovered people who have a strong urge to pee experience a similar level of impairment as a person with a blood alcohol content of 0.05. Or the team that confirmed, yes indeed, banana peels are really slippery, just like in the cartoons. Then, there's the study that found that cows with names produce more milk than unnamed bovines. These experiments, while seemingly trivial or odd, often have a deeper meaning, highlighting the unexpected paths that scientific inquiry can take. So, remember, science can make you laugh and learn at the same time. At number 7, we delve into the slightly disturbing with the two-headed dog experiment. This chilling experiment was conducted in the early 20th century by Russian scientist Vladimir Demikov, who was driven by a curiosity to understand organ transplantation. He created a two-headed dog by grafting the head and forelegs of a puppy onto the neck of a mature German shepherd. Shocking as it sounds, the two heads could eat and drink independently. The purpose? Demikov sought to pioneer transplantology and was particularly interested in the possibilities of heart and lung transplants. However, the experiment was not without controversy. It raised several ethical questions about the treatment of animals in scientific research, with many arguing that the suffering inflicted was unnecessary and cruel. The two-headed dog experiment certainly served as a stark reminder of the lengths to which scientific curiosity can push us. It's a chilling testament to the fact that the pursuit of knowledge can sometimes lead us into dark territories. Science definitely has its dark corners, doesn't it? Number 6 brings us to a famous psychological experiment, the Stanford Prison Experiment. Conducted in 1971 by psychologist Philip Zimbardo, this study intended to examine the psychological effects of perceived power. He divided volunteers into 2 groups, prisoners and guards. Within a week, the experiment spiraled out of control. The guards began to display sadistic tendencies, while the prisoners started to show signs of severe stress and depression. The experiment was meant to last for 2 weeks, but due to its intense impact on the participants' mental health, it was terminated after just 6 days. This experiment shed a harsh light on the dark side of human nature. demonstrating how roles and power dynamics can influence behavior. However, it also sparked a fierce debate on ethics in psychological studies. The questionable treatment of the prisoners raised serious questions about the balance between scientific exploration and ethical responsibility. A chilling reminder of how easily things can go wrong, isn't it? Now, hold on tight as we race through numbers 5 to 1 in our countdown. At number 5, we have the elephant toothpaste experiment. No, we're not trying to brush an elephant's teeth, but this experiment is as exciting as that sounds. In this quirky experiment, scientists mix hydrogen peroxide, yeast, and a dash of soap to create an exothermic reaction. The result is a massive foamy substance that looks like toothpaste fit for an elephant, hence the name. It's a fun and visual way to understand the concept of catalytic reactions. Moving swiftly to number 4, we delve into the peculiar world of the invisible fire experiment. Now, imagine a fire you can't see. Sounds like something out of a science fiction novel, right? But it's a reality in the science world. Using a unique chemical called methanol, scientists can create a flame that's virtually invisible to the naked eye. This experiment highlights the diverse nature of chemical reactions and challenges our understanding of what fire should look like. Number 3 on our list is the walking water experiment. This experiment uses capillary action to create a fascinating visual display. By placing colored water in glasses and connecting them with paper towels, the water appears to walk from one glass to another, mixing colors as it goes. It's an experiment that beautifully illustrates the principle of capillary action in a way that's easy to understand and hard to forget. Sliding into the second spot is the quantum levitation experiment. This experiment takes us into the realm of quantum physics. Here, scientists use a superconductor and a magnetic field to make objects levitate. Yes, you heard that right, levitate. By cooling a superconductor to incredibly low temperatures and placing it within a magnetic field, it's possible to make it float in midair. This mind-blowing experiment not only looks like magic, but also gives us a glimpse into the strange and counterintuitive world of quantum physics. And finally, we've reached the pinnacle of our countdown. Number 1, the most unusual science experiment is the banana hammer experiment. It might sound like a joke, but it's a real experiment that demonstrates the properties of liquid nitrogen. By dipping a banana into liquid nitrogen, it becomes so hard that it can be used as a hammer. Yes, a banana hammer. It's an experiment that's sure to raise eyebrows and demonstrates the transformative power of extreme temperatures on everyday objects. There you have it, the top 10 most unusual science experiments. Which one surprised you the most? Science, with its limitless boundaries, never ceases to amaze us. From the slowest drips of pitch to the ethereal instincts of homing pigeons, the audacity of two-headed experiments to the psychological depths of the Stanford prison experiment, we've journeyed through the most unusual corners of scientific inquiry. Each of these peculiar explorations serves as a reminder of the boundless curiosity of the human spirit. So, don't stop exploring, don't stop questioning. Stay curious, stay amazed, and until next time, keep exploring the fascinating world of science.